Hello everyone, welcome back to more chess. Playing 1510 as a white against Well, we'll just kind of put some pieces out there, see how it goes. Maybe this soon. I don't usually just do this right away. Okay, they're offering like a trade of pawns, I guess. I don't usually see this response, but it's not, I don't think, bad. I think you just like go for it, right? You can get out another knight instead. I don't know. Does this like invite the queen out and then you have to back up and you still end up losing the pawn? I don't know. I think this is like playable, but black retaking is not playable because of this. They have to like do something else, like attack your knight. Okay, yeah, attacking with the pawn makes more sense because then just defending it doesn't really work. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. I'll just back up to here and probably push my own pawn next. After they capture, of course. I don't know about of course, but it seems like the natural idea. I'd sort of like to get my bishop out first. Can I bear a knight to stand here for just a moment? And also, like, I mean, putting my bishop here wouldn't be the end of the world. Or maybe instead of taking my pawn, they're going to try to make use of the tempo they have to develop more. For example, this. Mm-hmm. So they're going to accept being down a pawn to get more development. And I kind of want to defend this, right? Pretty sure that's true. Because if I actually let them get here and threaten, this, it's pretty unpleasant. Oh wait, they're not threatening that because they're only attacking here. So why don't I just why don't I just defend this? The knight is pinned, but I don't think it matters that much. A problem I see could maybe be here, and at that point I think I kind of have to take, right? But that's fine. Yeah, let's go for this. It blocks in the bishop, but I don't mind putting him here anyway to break the pin. Undefended pieces include all the rooks and nothing else just yet. No, not true. This pawn, because the bishop has moved. Ooh, what is being cooked up here? Something like that, I guess, but I think I want to chase away this bishop now. Are they trying to prepare some discovery with the knight? Block their king so that if my queen is on this file, they're not as unhappy, maybe? Here, suppose they then just move the knight like this. That would not be good for them. We would trade bishops and then I would win the knight. where else can the knight go? Here or here? The only one of those that look, I mean, obviously here, but that doesn't seem very good. So this would be something to think about, but I don't think it's very good. But I don't want to trade with the knight here, so this is kind of just leaving my bishop doing nothing for a while. I can just develop a knight, but I want to get rid of this bishop. Probably send him all the way back here if I had to guess. And then get out a knight. No, okay. Well, fine. I'll develop my bishop then. I think like this bishop move I could have played first and resolved the pin in that way. But I like this because it lets me get in a pawn move that will be nice to have. For example, it prevents this. It's sort of a flight square. And it comes with tempo. Whereas if I do this first, you know, maybe they go in for this trade and I never get to play this pawn move with tempo. Okay, they're stopping bishop here, which is fine. I wasn't in love with playing that anyway. Knight here to here would be kind of a nice maneuver to make. And it reveals this attack. A double attack, by the way. They defend, I think, just by playing pawn here, and then I can't get there. But they have to make another pawn move on their king side. I think I'm okay with that. Or they could just, like, trade. But that helps me out as well. It improves the queen a bit. Oh, or move the bishop? Aren't I happy to get here, though? I think I am. Because now they can't put a pawn here anymore. And I threaten this. I think they probably want to trade here. Which is why I don't like this move for them. This is a pretty good bishop for them, I think. I don't think they really wanted to trade it for the knight, but now I don't see what other choice they have. Oh, you can fall back all the way here, but then I just pick up the pawn, right? With check. Yeah, I don't know. I think this would have been a better way to discourage the knight from getting there to begin with. It does make my pawn structure a bit weird, I guess, but this is a good pawn to have. Look at him. He's making two enemy squares pretty... I don't know. I have to defend him. Maybe this. I don't really want to launch the g-pawn. But they also have to attack him before I worry about defending, and that's not so easy. Queen can do it. None of the other pieces are very good at it. But I guess it's not easy for me to defend. This would be pretty much the only way, or this. But bishop here can be deflected with a pawn move, so I think it would have to be like so. If I want to try to hang on to that pawn. And I'm not sure I'm willing to make such a huge pawn move in my king side when I haven't really developed at all. I think maybe what I should do is just, like, be willing to give up that pawn if keeping it would cost me development. But so far that's not happening. I could tuck my bishop in here, but then I don't know if they really want to play that move. But I think it's a bit more powerful than putting him just here, where he's not really controlling anything important. There is here, and he can't be deflected so easily. And he's attacking at least one. Yeah, let's go with that. It's hard for them to support this pawn, I think. Oh no, I mean, yeah, the queen is defending it, isn't she? But then if push, and I don't know, maybe that's all right. Yeah, maybe this is bad. I think it is. It's just a second bishop move for no good reason. Unless what I want to do is encourage them to push their pawn here, which I don't. It's going to cost me some resources to get rid of it. I just sort of forgot the queen was defending the square when I moved the bishop here. I'm hopeful they don't immediately push, because then I can do this and it works out pretty well. It locks in my knight, but... Or actually I could do this. Maybe I should have done that first. To stop it advancing any further. But I like taking this square away from their knight. Right now he's pretty well shut out. All these places are horrible for him. Yeah. So I just gave them a free tempo there. Not really ideal. Okay, just back up to where I should have gone to begin with, I think. And it's going to be really hard to win this pawn, so I'm going to be satisfied to just trade him, I think. I guess I might this then to try and stop me? Or to try and maintain the pawn? Right? Here, here, and then just... Oh, they don't even have to do it now. They could wait until I attack. So they have a tempo to do something else with now. Yeah, that pawn's going to be a real nuisance. Yeah, I think it would have been... Well, first of all, instead of putting the bishop here, it would have been better to put him somewhere else. But I think better than either might have been to try to stop this pawn, like so. But I give up this, which I don't like at all. I could try to stop it like this. But that blocks the knight. On the other hand, I'm planning to block the knight in anyway at this point, so I don't know. There's also this idea, maybe. Not right now, because that would just drop their bishop, but I'm still a little bit uncertain about castling kingside, just because I don't know. I want to hang on to this pawn by pushing here, but that really opens up the king. So I might be happier to castle queenside if that could ever happen. Seems unlikely. My queenside pieces are pretty tough to develop. This would get out the queen, I guess. Oh. She could maybe discover herself as an additional attacker on this square, although I don't think that would be enough if here. Here, 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 here. Queen check. But the pawn is still defended by the queen, so we don't win it. Still, it would let her develop with check, which is kind of nice. Knight here? It's not a bad spot. Those are places a knight would like to be, but my pawns are currently guarding them. I could get a knight attacking this eventually, but it's very roundabout. If I hadn't taken up this space, I could also go like here, which is a bit safer. But I don't think I can afford to spend 3 tempos on trying to win that pawn, especially since I have to spend more tempos on stuff like this. And even then, I'm not winning it. I have to do more. Get the queen involved. Then I could do it. And I don't think I can spend that kind of time. Opponent's really thinking it over here. That's another way to defend the pawn, sure. But it means you can't defend it with a pawn, so I really like this. Don't I? I guess the problem is, suppose here they don't take, obviously. Then when I take, they've established a strong knight in a position where I can't ever get a pawn to attack, right? This attacks the knight, so he's not really able to jump back in here. I think I would trade my light square bishop for that knight. And where else is he going to go? Here, I guess? It's not doing that much, I don't think. Yeah, let's chase him away. It also does a good job of controlling this knight a bit better to be here. Like, these spaces are currently controlled by pawns, but now they're also controlled by a bishop, and so is this. I just don't want that knight there. This also kind of pins him to this pawn, so I can push here, and then the only defender would be the queen, which I think I would be happy with. I mean, if takes, I win a pawn, but they get this monster knight, right? I see. So they want to get a bishop to protect the knight, I guess? So suppose take the knight, takes, queen here, attacking the undefended pawn, and supporting this. It doesn't win the pawn, but it does seem nice. I guess a problem is they're threatening this to take away my castling rights. Because I don't want to block with any of my other pieces. I could take first, and then if check, block with bishop would be great for me. I don't think they would do that if I captured here. So this, but then they get the knight in here. I don't know. I could block with bishop this way, or castle and then block with bishop, or attack with bishop. I think I just want to get rid of this pawn so that if they want an outpost here, it has to be pieces. I don't know. Queen here is pretty cool because it attacks the pawn. Let's... Suppose bishop here, check. That would be pretty bad. Let's just castle. So this does drop that pawn. But the knights are getting pretty invasive. And, here, I have to run away, and then I drop this pawn, right? So it's not actually winning anything. What if I go for this first? Defends the pawn. Lines up this stuff. I think that's good. Obviously, my center pawn is I don't know. I'm up a pawn, but two of my pawns are tough to defend. They're weak, right? And my opponent's pieces are definitely better than mine. So I don't think I'm ahead right now. I think I'm probably the position would be ooh. I like this. I hated that bishop. Mine was fine, but theirs was great, right? They're winning this pawn. Is that worth it? Now they're also establishing a knight here, I guess. Means they're maybe going to win this pawn? I see. Well, I have to retake. It was just a question of what to take with. And I think I take with the pawn, even though it leaves the knight undeveloped, because this pawn is going to be a liability if I eventually snip this one. And a knight here looks nice, but I'm not sure what he's really doing at the moment. So my idea is bishop here, and then when rook, bishop back here, attacking the knight. Because I assume they're doing this now or at least soon. If they instead take the bishop, I'm just thrilled. Yes, I'm losing a bishop for a knight, but I'm not losing a pawn, and this insane, like, I don't know, their center presence and their attack is suddenly not nearly as powerful with just a knight and a queen. The second knight is a big deal, I think. Queen takes is interesting. It means they get to retain a knight here if they want. And it's a second attacker on this bishop. So I can't just like ignore it. I mean, I guess I could. Right? The pawn's defended, the bishop's defended twice, the queen's defended. I don't. This pawn actually is hanging. Okay, I should probably trade then. And then go in for this. The knight is not currently doing anything upsetting, so. Now they have some weak pawns as well. Where does this knight want to go? I mean, he'd be pretty happy here, I assume. Well, I don't know. It's getting a little far away. They want to be in your position, but not so deep. I don't think. I'm just thinking, like, should I do something other than here? Yes, because that drops the bishop. Noted. Um, this attacks the knight, which is kind of cool. Which is kind of what I wanted to do, but I was going to do it the wrong way by going here. So the knight has to move. Where can he go? That's bad. That's probably good. These are all bad. That's probably fine. 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 So, yeah, we'll just put the bishop here to regain tempo, and then probably move the knight here so that my rooks get connected. I mean, bishop here wouldn't have been so horrible either, because this is a nice place to look into squares the rooks might conceivably want to go. But I kind of liked attacking the knight, and then I can back up to here later, and it's still fine, you know, x-raying the king. I mean, I want to chase away the knight, but just double check. He can go here, here, here. Well, no, not there. So if I attack him with a pawn, he basically has to run in reverse again, either to the edge of the board or to here. I think he'd be happy enough to go here, but then I could attack him again if I wanted. I don't know how productive that would really be. I don't think he would be sad at all to attack this pawn, so I don't think attacking him is so productive. Let's just get the knight going. Oh, sure. I didn't even think of that. It looked like it was defended, but it just because it's close to so many of my pieces. But it's not. Okay, well, you win the pawn that way. Fine. But then I win this pawn? Oh no, you get to step back and defend it. That's pretty cool. You go here, but then I can dislodge you? This rook is probably pretty useful. Oh, but if I move this one, they just get that pawn. Okay, let's go like this then. And then I expect something like this. Here? No. I'll happily trade knights, I think. Yours is great, mine is bad. Sure. I don't know, this? It's a pretty passive position for a rook. But if you try to develop the other rook, I had this, circling in on the f-pawn. Okay, they're giving me this if I want it. What is the knight doing, though? Is there something I should be worried about? He's cutting this off? In a couple moves, he could be over here, but I don't really care. No, this doesn't control him at all. He's moving to a dark square. Okay, I mean, I'll bite. I'll take a pawn. I guess he's maybe planning this kind of thing to pick up my f-pawn. But I could drop back and defend. Okay. And a bishop here does a great job of controlling the knight if he's standing there. Although, obviously, like vice versa, it means my bishop couldn't move forward and his knight couldn't move forward. Okay. So that stops this from defending. That's kind of cool. But what if I go here? It seems pretty useful. Actually, yeah, I was about to say, wait, knight there is pretty cool, isn't it? It attacks like absolutely everything and defends the pawn. That's really cool. I have this defending, or I suppose this pinning the knight, but it also gives them this discovery eventually, right? If they could somehow like, hmm, if they could defend the knight some or defend, what am I saying? Someday this pin can a pin generally can turn into a discovery sometimes. I don't know. Let's go with this. I'm sure there could be some downsides to it, but I don't. They're far away. Oh, it just doesn't work, does it? It's not winning rook. It's just trading rooks. Ugh. This is horrible. There goes all my advantage. Oh, they're just gonna go here. Oh no. Well, here. It doesn't help. They just move the knight. Yeah, I thought it was pinned because I can trade, and a rook is bigger than a bishop, so it was fine. But no, it's not winning anything. If I had taken here with check, they can retake. Hmm. Trying to gang up on this, I guess. It's pretty threatening. I don't think a knight and a rook can quite finish me off, though. Here. Duck in the corner. I think they're going to need help for more pieces. I'm just going to push a pawn. Yep, and again. And my rook can get out of the way with tempo with a move like this. Hmm. I see. But can't I come here attacking the knight? And then push? And then here? I guess then they're up a knight. They're up a pawn, which is probably still winning. Oh, that doesn't work. Shoot. I didn't see that they could. I didn't consider them attacking the rook. That hardly seems fair. I think they would probably do well to just pick up the pawn, but Okay, that's fine too, I guess. This way they can pick up the pawn and not lose the knight. I'm so bad at this game. It just gives up the rook. Yeah, dropping that bishop was a pretty big deal. I knew it was undefended, but I thought I had it defended via a tactic, but actually I didn't. That'll be this, right? Yeah. Instead, it says just back up with the bishop. Giving up this pawn, but if they want it, you get this attack still. Ooh, I had some big idea here, huh? Oh man, we both missed this bishop takes. It's so far away, as I always say. Pieces that far away normally shouldn't really be allowed to do anything, is my opinion. Hmm. 5 blunders. It's painful. So I went here. It doesn't like that. I thought it was great. Because they have to either like, well, I guess apparently I'm winning like something noticeable here. What exactly is the big idea? The bishop here was a mistake. And then I gave it, or no, it wasn't. I was ahead already from this move, apparently. Yeah, take the pawn. Right, which I knew was undefended, and then they didn't attack it. So, okay, here we are. Doesn't like this. I wonder, is the idea to just like go insane with some pawns? No, it can duck. There's not like this. It's not even a trade because it's a double attack. Just like develop something, maybe? Castle? Bishop here? Huh. That wasn't really on my radar, but it does make sense, doesn't it? It attacks the center. It creates a way for me to get this knight out without some disaster happening. Yeah, okay, cool move. Huh. So I really wanted to get rid of this pawn, and I didn't see any other good ways to do it. I'm a little surprised it doesn't have anything to say about this pawn move. It says actually they were wrong to attack it. And the bishop move is actually like not that bad. Hmm. Anyway, where were we? Here, right? No. Here, right. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I could just push all the way out here. They have to either take it now or never take it, and then I have at least a pretty strong pawn? No. I don't think this bishop move is anything. Gives their queen a responsibility, but... Trade knights. Yeah. I was kind of trying to... I don't know. I guess that's fair. I was trying to take advantage of the fact that the knight was pinned, and I would win this pawn eventually if he came in. This... I don't know. This doesn't seem so great to me. I don't understand why it's good. It doesn't like takes. Again, take the knight first? Maybe? I mean, probably, right? No? It says it's fine. But it'd be better to just castle. To get out of this? I guess. Suppose I play here. What are they supposed to do? Check me? This is dropping a lot, apparently. Why? Yeah, it says they're supposed to check me. Well, that would be one reasonable move. And then, yeah, we block here. Bishop takes. And then why not like this? The bishop is pinned. I see. Yeah. I eventually castled, but I was a little late. Late enough that they should have just picked this up, I guess. Huh. So now it's going to say, well, castling was a mistake. Yeah, I see that. Supposed to do this first? No? It's not like I can push this. What, queen here? Yuck. I guess we're just giving up that pawn and doing something else. Trade bishop for the knight. Oh, put the knight here. Sure. And then if rook here, we have bishop here, defended twice from the two attackers. So that gives me time to castle, probably. And here I was winning if I just noticed bishops can go backward. Here I was also winning if I realized that rooks defend each other. We saw already that it wants me to play this, and I agree it seems reasonable. Well, a sad game, but that's what happens when you're a bad player. You run into sad games. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.